In the 4th century BCE, the Indian subcontinent witnessed the rise of a political powerhouse that would change South Asian history forever. A young man from humble origins overthrew ancient kingdoms and built an empire spanning from Afghanistan to Bengal, and laid the foundations of one of the most sophisticated administrations in the ancient world. This is the story of the Mauryan Empire. A tale of ambition, war, philosophy, and transformation marked by the brilliant minds of Chandragupta Maurya, Chanakya, and the legendary emperor Ashoka. Let's travel back more than 2,300 years to uncover how the Mauryans built the largest empire in India's history and why it eventually collapsed. Before the Mauryans, northern India was divided into numerous kingdoms and republics. The most powerful among them was the Nanda Dynasty, ruling Magadha, a wealthy region in present-day Bihar. But this was also a turbulent time. Alexander the Great had launched his invasion into the northwest, challenging Indian rulers and exposing internal political weaknesses. And in this environment, a chaos of opportunity, a new force was about to emerge. According to historical and traditional accounts, Chandragupta Maurya was of modest origins, but what he lacked in status he made up for with ambition, intelligence, and the mentorship of one of the greatest political thinkers in the world history, Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, the author of Arthashastra. Chanakya had a plan to overthrow the corrupt and unpopular Nanda Dynasty and to unify India under a strong central authority. Together, Chandragupta and Chanakya raised an army, won public support, and capitalized on the political vacuum left after Alexander's departure. Around 322 BCE, Chandragupta successfully overthrew King Dhana Nanda. A new empire was born, the Mauryan Empire. Chandragupta didn't stop at Magadha. He marched across northern India, incorporating various kingdoms into his dominion. When he confronted Seleucus Nicator, one of Alexander's generals who ruled the eastern Hellenistic territories, history witnessed a fascinating episode. Rather than a prolonged war, the two leaders made a diplomatic agreement. Chandragupta gained large territories in Afghanistan and Pakistan, with Seleucus receiving 500 war elephants, which later helped him win battles in the West. This treaty symbolized something important. India had entered the world stage as a major power. Under Chandragupta, the Mauryan Empire became the largest empire ever built in the Indian subcontinent, stretching from Afghanistan in the northwest to Bengal in the east, to Karnataka in the south. Only the far southern tip of India remained outside of Mauryan control. With conquests complete, Chandragupta built a highly organized administrative system inspired by Chanakya's Arthashastra, a treatise combining economics, politics, espionage, and statecraft. Its key features included the following. Number 1. Centralized government. It had a powerful king advised by ministers, spies, and military officials. Number 2. Provincial administration. The empire was divided into provinces, while governors overseeing law, revenue, and security. And number 3. Economy and taxes. Land revenue was the main source of income. Large irrigation projects boosted agriculture. Number 4. Espionage network. Chanakya's spy system monitored officials and kept rebellions in check. And number 5. State-controlled industries. Mining, metallurgy, and weapon production were regulated by the state. The Mauryan government was perhaps the most sophisticated political machine of ancient India. After Chandragupta abdicated the throne, according to tradition, becoming a Jain monk, His son Bindusara inherited the empire. Bindusara expanded the empire further south, reportedly conquering 16 states between the Himalayas and the Deccan. Although less famous than his father and son, Bindusara maintained stability, economic prosperity, and the military strength, keeping the empire intact for decades. The most celebrated Mauryan emperor, Ashoka, ascended the throne around 269 BCE. Early in his reign, Ashoka was known for his ambition and harsh governance. His greatest military achievement and his turning point came with the Kalinga War. The conquest of Kalinga, modern Odisha, was brutal. Historical inscriptions claim more than 100,000 died and thousands were deported. Haunted by the suffering he caused, Ashoka experienced a profound transformation. He renounced unnecessary violence and became a patron of Buddhism, spreading values of non-violence, compassion, religious intolerance, moral governance. Ashoka carved messages on pillars and rocks across the empire, the Ashokan Edicts. Written in Prakrit, Greek, and Aramaic, they're one of the earliest forms of public communication in human history. Ashoka sent Buddhist missionaries to Sri Lanka, Central Asia, and Southeast Asia, helping transform Buddhism into a global religion. Under his rule, the Mauryan Empire reached its moral and cultural peak. Ashoka's death in 232 BCE marked the beginning of decline. Several factors contributed. Number 1, weak successors. None of Ashoka's heirs matched his leadership or administrative skill. Number 2, over-centralization. The empire was too large and its administration too complex. Without Ashoka's authority, provinces began asserting independence. And number 3, economic strains. Ashoka's reforms reduced military spending and the power of the army. Number 4, internal revolts. Local governors and regions broke away, including the Shungas, who eventually overthrew the last Mauryan emperor Brihadrata in 185 BCE. After nearly 140 years, the Mauryan Empire vanished, but its ideas lived on. The Mauryan Empire remains one of the most influential eras in South Asian history. Its legacy includes the first unified Indian state, administrative models used for centuries, the spread of Buddhism across Asia, Ashoka's moral and political philosophy, architectural achievements like the Ashokan pillars and stupas, a tradition of diplomacy, statecraft, and welfare governance. Modern India's national emblem, the lion capital of Ashoka, comes directly from this era. The Mauryans didn't just build an empire, they built a framework of governance, of ethics, and cultural exchange that shaped an entire civilization. The Mauryan Empire is a story of power, brilliance, transformation, and decline. From Chandragupta's military genius and Chanakya's political philosophy to Ashoka's moral revolution, it remains one of the history's greatest political experiments.